Stop, 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 stop. Oh, that was a close one. Hello there and welcome back to the Master Moldy channel. First off, I hope you're having an awesome day and it can only get better from here because what I have in my hand is a Snowspeeder mock-up using only pieces from the Snub Fighter, which is what makes it an alternate build. Now, this is the last model I have planned for this set, but there were a few that I had on my list that I hadn't got round to building, like the fighter jet from Indiana Jones. Even more recently, Lego has released a fighter jet for Captain America, but we speak a bit more about it in Monday's live stream if you want to go back and watch that. And if you'd like to see me build these sets using the Pirate Snub Fighter, please do let me know down in the comments and perhaps we can build another alternate model yet. If you end up enjoying this video, I do appreciate a like. If not, feel free to dislike. It doesn't hurt the channel. And without further ado, let's take a look at the Snowspeeder. And flying onto your screens, you may notice that this Snowspeeder is a very similar size to the last one that I built, which was a Christmas-themed Snowspeeder built using only pieces from one of the old Republic fighters. But this is also a 1/45 minifigure scale, which is the scale I use to build all my ships so that we can compare sizes at the end of this video. And much like all my other Snub Fighter alternate builds, this model does not shy away from all the hidden compartments, but we'll get to that later on in the video. First off, I do have to say, if you do want to build it, instructions are available for no extra cost to Brick Tier members, and soon you'll also be able to find the instructions over on Rebrickable. So I definitely recommend you joining the members. It's much cheaper, even if you only join it for a month, and you also get your name on our members board, which if you just want to build one model, I think is a really cool addition. Before you decide whether or not you want to build it, I do have to let you know that once again, we are using the slightly illegal technique of using these clip elements in green here to hold on the wings. There are no hinges included in the set, but if you did want to swap them out or perhaps add one of the bar hinges onto the other side, it is a much stronger build. However, this connection is the strongest out of all Snub Fighter models. You can see we have a buffer here next to the wing to stop it being pressed up, and there shouldn't really be any reason it is knocked down. But once again, if you give it a nice karate chop, the wings are going to be falling off. So I don't recommend this for any little hands or Lego fans to be playing with. However, if you did want to swoosh it around, it can be swooshed quite vigorously without the wings going anywhere. So I think that is really, really cool. Another feature that has been completely absent on all of my other Snub Fighter models is you can see just at the front here, flick fire or stud missiles. And I haven't included these on any of my other mocks. I know most people aren't a fan of them, but as this is potentially my last alternate build of this set, I had to find somewhere for them to go, and I think the front here was perfect. Not only do these bricks that they are attached to with a 4-slot studs on the sides give the perfect elevation to the front, so we can actually make this deep enough to not only fit a minifigure but also fit perhaps some hidden compartment in the back there, which again we'll get to in a second. But it also provides the studs needed to connect these, and you can fire them simply by pressing down on the sides, and they're not too far to where you'd find the blasters on a regular Snowspeeder that you see in the likes of Empire Strikes Back. Speaking of, you can see we have a slightly different color palette to the regular one. I quite like the different colors of these Snowspeeders, and now in my collection we do have a nice claret and white and a gray one, which would go really, really well with an official one that Lego need to release. But whilst you're waiting, this is a perfect model for any sort of snowy, Christmassy display. And I think you've waited long enough. Let's take a look at those hidden compartments. The first one is just behind Vane, who does fit in the cockpit. I think the V-Wing has been the only alternate build we haven't been able to fit Vane in, but there is so much space in here. For some of the larger minifigures, we're looking at the likes of Chewbacca and the ones that take up much more than a regular minifigure. But if you lift this plate at the back, which is fairly simple to do, you can see we have a thermal detonator hidden just at the back of the cockpit. We also have quite a bit of detail towards the back using some 2x2 round pieces. I also showed you another compartment just at the start, and there's room here to fit perhaps an accessory like Vane's sword down the side of the cockpit as well. Very, very spacious cockpit, and that has been enabled using these snot bricks at the front to give the ship that extra bit of depth that we need. However, at the back, I thought I'd use this a bit more canonically and like Vane would in universe and store a whole spare engine as well as a little pistol back there. But the main thing is this spare engine that you can grab from the top and perhaps replace any engines that might be shot down or busted throughout any style of fight. And like I said, this model is in 1/45 scale, so not only is it almost the exact same size as the last Snowspeeder, even though the slopes on the side are using slightly different angles. They're a bit steeper on the Snub Fighter Alternate. But we can also see just how big it sizes up to some of the other famous ships in the Star Wars universe, especially the ones like an A-Wing that they'll probably never be seen together in a scene. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of just how big these ships are in universe, because when it comes to model building, I really appreciate some consistency. Once again, if you like what you see, I would appreciate a like on this video, and be sure to subscribe to see other mocks just like this, as well as a ton of other LEGO content you don't want to miss out on. I'll leave the other alternate builds and the playlist on screen for you now, as well as all separately linked in the description for you to check out if you haven't already. And that is all for today. May the bricks be with you always.